For some reason, there's a guy standing on top of a tall building. He's going to throw a ball off the top, and he wants to know when the ball is going to be 4 feet above the roof. Seems kind of like a weird problem, but we're being asked to do it, figure this out, and we can do it. So we have an equation for the height of the ball. We know that h is negative 16t squared plus 20t plus 300. And the question is when, or at what time, t, will the height be 304? So if the height is 304, we can substitute that into the equation. Right-hand side is still the same, plus 20t plus 300. And then this is a quadratic equation. To solve it, I want one side equal to 0. I will subtract 304 from both sides. Negative 16t squared plus 20t, and then 300 minus 304 is negative 4. To solve this equation, I want to factor it first. And one thing that I don't like is that there's a leading coefficient that's negative, and something that I see is that all of these coefficients are multiples of 4. So to factor this, the first thing I'm going to do is factor out a negative 4. This will give me 4t squared minus 5t plus 1. And then the right-hand side will be completely factored when I've got 4t times t and minus 1 minus 1. So solving for each of the factors set equal to 0, if I set negative 4 equal to 0, I'll get no solution there. 4t minus 1 is 0. Let's see, I'll add 1 to both sides. 4t is 1, so t is a fourth. And when t minus 1 is equal to 0, I'll get t is equal to 1. So there's actually going to be 2 times when the ball is 304 feet above the ground, or 4 feet above the roof, at 1/4 of a second and 1 second. I think the more interesting question that we could have asked here is if this person on top of the roof is trying to hit his friend with a water balloon down below, how long is it going to take for it to get there? And that question can be answered if you think about where this person is standing. This guy's on the ground. The height would be 0. So the time for the ball to hit the ground, you'd take 0 is equal to negative 16t squared plus 20t plus 300, and then you could solve that equation to figure out how long it's going to take, and maybe warn your friend or maybe not.